Airbnb in Miami has become more and more popular as the years have gone on, but not every building in Miami allows for Airbnbs. And in this video, I'll tell you which buildings specifically allow and don't allow Airbnbs so you can make a smart investment. For those of you guys who are new, my name is Ryan the Realtor, and I've helped over hundreds of clients relocate to Miami, and I can't wait to work with you next. Before we get into building specifics, there's a couple things as an investor you need to keep in mind. As I mentioned previously, some buildings don't allow for 365-day rentals. Sometimes they allow for 30-day minimum rentals. More commonly, they'll allow for 6-month minimum rentals twice a year. For buildings that do allow Airbnbs, your competition is going to be fierce. You are competing with other individual unit owners who are wanting to get the same daily rate for their unit, so you have to do something creative with your apartment. And lastly, some buildings that used to allow Airbnbs now no longer allow for Airbnbs because it posed heavy use on the amenities for residents that live there 12 months out of the year. But it's important for us to review the meeting minutes from the association when we're looking at a specific unit, because we want to make sure you are not at risk as an investor of losing that Airbnb privilege. But now, with all of that out of the way, let's look at some specific buildings in each of the different Miami neighborhoods to see which ones actually allow for Airbnb, starting with Brickell. The primary visitor that's going to use your Airbnb in Brickell is going to be someone that's coming to Miami for work or for pleasure. One of the most common Airbnb buildings in Brickell is going to be Icon Brickell Tower 3, with units starting at $610,000. So many people prefer to stay at this building compared to others because of its large pool and beautiful spa. Not to mention, it's centrally located to Brickell City Center and right on the Miami River. But if you're looking for a more affordable entry-level Airbnb option, the club at Brickell Bay is a great choice. Units here start at $349,000, but with that said, it does lack some of the amenities that Icon Brickell has. The club at Brickell Bay is a condo building, but allows owners to rent their units 365 days a year. However, it's important to mention before we change neighborhoods that if you're looking for an appreciation factor, Icon Brickell will typically offer a little bit of a higher appreciation rate than the club at Brickell Bay. That is because Icon Brickell was built in 2008 and is a slightly newer construction than the club at Brickell Bay. Now, let's shift east a little bit and head over to Miami Beach. The most recent construction in Miami Beach is 72 Park, with units starting at $810,000. However, it's important to mention that if you are doing short-term rentals in Miami Beach, a license is required, and failure to do so can result in a minimum fine of $1,000 and soar well above. There's different zones for different residents in Miami Beach, so if you want a specific PDF breakdown of each of the different zones, comment zone in the description below and I'll send it to you right away. But now let's change directions for just a second and explore something called a condo hotel. Think about your favorite hotel, somewhere that you go all the time when you go on vacation. Now imagine you could own that private hotel room that you stay in. That is a condo hotel. The prices of these properties can typically be at a higher price compared to other buildings that are just regular Airbnb, because you also have the brand of the hotel backing your investment. Some of the most popular ones in Miami Beach can be the Fontainebleau, the Setai, or even the W Hotel. When you own a condo hotel, you can put the property on what they call a hotel program, which basically means the hotel can put it on their rental list, and when guests come in, they'll let guests stay in your unit. When you go this route, it's very common that hotels will charge a higher management fee compared to doing Airbnb by yourself. A common example of this is a 55 to 45% split, with 55% of gross revenue going to the hotel and 45% going to the owner. For pricing of condo hotels, you can purchase a unit at the Fontainebleau Beach Hotel, which already has a pre-existing built list of clients starting at about $800,000. And last on this list, we'll head over west again to downtown Miami. If you like that condo hotel option, this building that I'm going to say next is going to be a great fit for you. That being no other than the Icon Tower in downtown Miami. Being situated right in downtown Miami's World Center community with over $2+ billion in current past investments and $2 billion more in future developments, the Miami World Center has great opportunity for long-term growth. The Icon Tower is just now starting to get into development, with units starting at about $650,000. What makes this project so unique is that it has Hilton right behind the brand, so you know that you've got great representation behind your investment. And if you want to know which buildings are the best for your investment goals, there's a link down in the description below that you can book a free consultation with me, and we can go through all the different buildings to see which one fits you the best. But if you're still on the fence about the different Miami neighborhoods and want a little bit more market research on each one, I've posted a video here where I went in depth on Brickell, downtown, and Edgewater, so you can make a better educated decision on which Miami neighborhood is best for you. I'll see you there.